We begin at 5 with a Washington Bridge breakdown. This is a live look at 195 East in Providence, where next week work is set to begin to add new bypass lanes in both directions.
This comes as we wait for the in-depth analysis on how to fix the bridge. 12 News reporter Alex Torres-Perez joins us live now with the latest on this new traffic pattern and when we can expect that report. Alex?
Mike and Shannon, there is no set deadline for that in-depth analysis report, so it could be released any day now within the next few weeks. However, as RIDOT waits on that report to figure out whether or not they'll have to tear down the Washington Bridge, they're focusing on ways to help alleviate this traffic.
It's been really crazy. It's kind of been a nightmare, honestly.
Sam Hackinson lives off the 195 detour route in East Providence, and though she says times to get to her home have gone back to normal, traffic on the bridge has not.
So I try to avoid the bridge as much as possible at this point.
RIDOT hopes to alleviate that traffic by adding 2 new bypass lanes on both directions of 195. It's expected to increase capacity on the bridge by 50%.
We see this as a very positive step forward.
RIDOT will start working on these new lanes on Monday and does not expect any additional lane closures. All lanes will be narrowed down from 12 feet to 10 feet, except for a single 11-foot wide lane for trucks on the far right. The speed limit will also be reduced to 40 miles per hour, which RIDOT hopes will prevent any wrecks that are known to cause traffic issues on 195. But if it does happen, RIDOT says they'll have state troopers and tow trucks on standby 24/7.
They'll very quickly be moved off the highway into safe zones that we're creating to create an off the highway location to move those vehicles into and get them towed eventually from there, and for the state police to be able to conduct their questioning and anything else that goes on offline.
Drivers are hopeful the new traffic pattern will work, and the mayors of both Providence and East Providence agree.
And I can only see this helping the situation.
12 News reporter Alex Torres-Perez joins us live from East Providence to tell us about the plan and what drivers are saying tonight. Alex?
Mike and Shannon, the idea is that RIDOT will add 2 new lanes on both, or 1 lane on both sides of 195 so that more people can pass through and it will cause less traffic. However, we're still weeks away for those lanes to be open and it's still unclear how effective they'll be. Another day of sitting in traffic on 195 caused by the Washington Bridge shutdown, something Uber driver Paul Finnegan has to deal with continuously as he does his job.
Terrible traffic jams, terrible wait times all day long.
Finnegan says it usually takes him half an hour to cross the bridge during a single ride, but RIDOT is hoping to reduce that time by adding a new lane of traffic on both sides of 195. However, how much time it will save is still unclear.
We know that adding 50% capacity to what is there right now is going to save a considerable amount of time. But depending upon the time of day and the traffic conditions, weather or accident conditions, that'll vary, right? We do know that there will be an overall savings in both directions.
The new lanes will be more narrow and the speed limit will also be reduced to 40 miles per hour. But both East Providence and Providence mayors agree it will be beneficial.
I think this can only be a good change.
However, some drivers are still skeptical. Do you think it might help?
No.
No? Why not?
No. Nothing helps in Rhode Island when they do something. You know, with the traffic, forget it. It's always the same thing.
And work on these new lanes will begin on Monday. It's expected to take 8 weeks. However, that could be pushed even further because of the weather, the temperatures, as well as supply chain issues. Reporting live in East Providence, I'm Alex Torres-Perez, 12 News.